Welcome to Motology Films, guys. If you've just discovered my YouTube channel, Adam Riemann 1, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to keep track of all the crazy adventures that I get up to on the adventure bikes, enduro bikes, motocross bikes, everything off-road. Today I just wanted to piece together a small film on probably the most important thing about motorcycling, which is tyres. Whether you road race, motocross, supercross, enduro or adventure riding, tyres are just everything. You know, the weather's one thing, but tyres dictate the conditions that you're riding in, because if you get into a situation where things get out of control, the only way of maintaining control is the tyres. I'm fairly new to adventure riding, but I've spent years racing enduro, off-road, desert racing, bit of motocross here and there, so I'm comfortable in the dirt. But when a bike of this size loses traction and you're trying to pull up, it's just a runaway train. As soon as the bike wants to break traction and skid around beneath you, that's when you feel how heavy they are. So I've gone for what I think is the perfect tyre for what I want to do, which is as little bitumen as possible and maximum off-road riding. And I've spent years racing with Pirelli Scorpion on motocross and enduro bikes, so I just know what they do in the dirt. And it's great to see that Pirelli make tyres that fit the 1190 adventure bike, which are the Pirelli Scorpion Rally. So they're effectively an off-road tyre that have got heavy sidewalls and they're rated to do the big speeds that these things do. The thing you'll start to notice with tyres like this is the bike will start to stick to the lines you choose. And when that happens, you feel confident, it doesn't feel like this big heavy beast, and you can confidently start to explore safer. For me, I like to ride the bike as a dirt bike. So I switch off all the electronics. You know, and the only way I can do that with any confidence is by knowing that I've got traction in the tyres. When you don't have good tyres, you need all the traction control and all the electronics working for you. Because if you try and ride aggressively, you're just going to lose it. So the electronics are there to look after you when you've got the wrong tyres on the bike, if that makes sense. Everything about being in the dirt is about drifting and feeling the bike move around beneath you, and that's okay. And when it starts to rain, if you've got a good set of off-road tyres on, it's like it's not raining. You can just keep riding the way you know how to ride. It's about that confidence from the ground up. As soon as you put dirt bike tyres on a big bike like this, it starts to feel like a dirt bike. And then you start to ride it like a dirt bike. And it has to be that way if you're going to start exploring really adventurous terrain. You don't want to ride into the middle of nowhere and then be stuck on some ridiculous little hill because the tyres just won't drive the bike up there. Climbing a hill is all about momentum, and a bike this big is going to lose momentum very quickly if it gets wheel spin. So when you've got the right tyres, you can put power in at the right times to keep the thing moving, and it'll pick its way up like you are on an enduro bike. And then if you do get snagged on something, you don't have to go all the way to the bottom and try and get a mad run up again. You can confidently drive from a standstill halfway up the hill. For me, it's a real novelty just where you can ride these things and how much fun you can have on them. I mean, they really are a high performance adventure bike, if you like. Ultimately, you got to set the bike up for what riding you enjoy. And if it's all about off-road, then you've got to put off-road tyres on your bike. And sure, they're never going to work as well on the road, but like riding to the conditions, you just ride to the conditions of your tyres on road. I'm happy to do that. I've got no interest in going fast on the road. I'd rather just commute those sections and then get into it when I hit the dirt. That's where the fun of these bikes are. Well, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, A Riemann 1. You'll be able to keep track of all sorts of crazy adventures and extreme enduro videos and everything off-road.